Where is it? 23%. Hello. Ugh, disorganized tonight. Right. Where are we? Let's go back here. Hello. Hey. Pause that. Got a good bit of feedback on that. Hi. Sorry, I'm it's having a frantic night tonight. My Greg, is that you?
It is. How are you doing?
Oh, stressed.
I can imagine
it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and it's like headless chicken mode at the moment because nothing's gone to plan. So, look, I haven't even unwrapped the charger for my laptop. I'm having to use my laptop camera. I've just realised I've upgraded to a new Mac. My webcam doesn't work with it.
I tell you,
annoying. Anyway, hey guys.
If you'd seen me 5 minutes ago, you would have seen me frantically unboxing this architecture set. I've never actually done one before, so I thought, okay, well, I'm doing a stream with you, Greg, which is something I've never ever done before, and I thought, why don't I build a Lego set that I've never ever done before as well?
That makes sense. And not only that, so anyone who's joined this stream, I'm Greg, and this is Greg. Just to be really confusing. So this is Greg from London Bridge BriX.
Hello.
Who wanted to join in, and I said if you come and join my stream. So I changed my mind on what I was going to build. I was going to build my combine harvester, but I've decided on something I think better. I hope better. Right, let's do this.
What's that, Greg? Is that like a Lego City one or something?
No, it's going to be a Jurassic World one.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got the T-Rex.
Does that come with any cool dinosaurs?
Yeah, the T-Rex.
Oh, very good.
Right. I see Kaz is in the stream, so she did the stream just before me. So here we go. This is what I'm going to build. T-Rex tracker. Rah. Should do the trick. Back in 2 seconds.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to get ready the architecture set. Kaz, I know you're into your buildings and your Macropolis stuff, and that's always pretty cool. So I'm kind of following suit a little bit by doing this.
Kaz was lucky enough to get her hands on this set before on the Buckingham Palace set, I think. Well, no, it wasn't. It was the town hall.
Oh, Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar Square, that was it.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing Trafalgar Square. Funny enough, a couple of weeks ago, I entered a competition on Facebook, and completely randomly, I had like a 1 in 50 chance of winning it, and I won it. So I was going to do that, but I might do that for one of our own live streams or something like that. So one for future. But Kaz's picture, I think that's right. She took her picture actually in Trafalgar Square, so it looked really good.
No, her picture. There was a story behind her one. Was it was actually taken? Kaz, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were given that set by Lego before it was released to take some photos of it ready for when it was released. So that was the story there. It was through the London, one of the London lugs that she's a member of.
Yeah, which I've been to a couple of times actually, probably quite a few months ago now, and I was kind of wrestling with do I want to get back into Lego? Do I want to sort of commit to a sort of renaissance with it? Well, to be honest, to cut a very long story short, I couldn't help myself, so I did, and here I am now.
No, I blame kids, but yeah, I've only been back into it for a year. Well, sorry, let me say that again. I was into it the whole time, but not properly. Like I was buying the occasional set that looked good, just sort of as a release. I just realised I'm not subscribed to your channel. Sorry. Or form. I thought I'd subscribe to it, to be honest, because I thought I did you and GJBricks at the same time. So.
Oh, I really like GJBricks. He's quite new on the scene as well, and
he's smashing it at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing really well. I think he's like hints and tips. I think are really good.
Yeah, he's good. His hauls are pretty good as well, actually. So I'm just trying to organise my computer here so I can see the stream. All right. So what's going on? I've just changed computers and nothing seems to work right the first time you like use it to do something, does it? So
yeah, I remember back in the days with like stuff like real-time player and things like that, and you go to use it and there'll be an update for it again and things like that. It's
just like owning a Windows PC, isn't it?
I take it you're using Windows. Are you using Windows or Mac?
I'm a Mac man, mate. I've been a Mac man for years.
Well, I think they do more updates than Windows now.
I take it you're using Windows. Are you using Windows or Mac?
I'm a Mac man, mate. I've been a Mac man for years. Oh, there we go. Some feedback. Why is it not giving me what I want? Why is it when you're live, things don't work? Funny that, isn't it?
I think it just feels worse when you're live.
Yeah, probably. I'm just trying to get up the stream in the control room properly. There we go. That's what I want. I don't want to be reading it on the page. I want to be actually.
Oh, funny enough, my channel. It's not actually just me. It's my Lego partner in crime, Paul. He's really into the Jurassic Park stuff, and he collects the dinosaurs and the T-Rexes and all those kind of things. So
yeah,
his take on all that, his Lego stuff that he's into is quite different but samey to mine at the same time. So we kind of like collecting the minifigs, especially the Star Wars kind of stuff. But Paul is really into his like Jurassic Parks and things like that, whereas I'm more into my Star Wars. I love my Star Wars stuff, the mythology behind it all and all that kind of things. And he loves his sort of Marvel superheroes, where I kind of collect bits and pieces of those, but his focus is in that. So we kind of work really well together, and he loves it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love Jurassic Park. I've got most of the Jurassic World sets. So, although this time, the last round, I didn't get all of them. I got just a couple. So I got this one because I didn't get the T-Rex in the first one because I thought the T-Rex in the like Jurassic World lineup was terrible. But I thought this one was much better with the lorry. I mean, I like the lorry. I'm not going to keep the truck like this. I think it's a bit weird, but it's a good dinosaur. It's a good truck. So I'm going to use some of that, but not all of it.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. If it was me and I was transporting that dinosaur in that truck, it's like a classic Jaws scene, isn't it? I'd be thinking, yeah, we need a bigger truck.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. If it was me,
it's like set up for failure.
Yeah, it adds to the tension of the movie.
There we go. Sounds like I'm feeling a bit better, according to Vicky from Brick After Brick. Actually, you know what? Funny story. I went to the doctors today because I'm not better. I've been suffering a lot lately. I've had my middle daughter got bronchitis 2 weeks ago, which then promptly swept through my whole family, and I haven't recovered from it. So. You still there? You're very quiet.
Yeah, no, I'm here. We
got like noise cancelling to the max.
My nieces and nephews, it's the same thing. As soon as someone in the family gets it, it just sweeps through everybody.
Terrible. And I'd had a cold for like 3 weeks beforehand as well, so I had to go to the doctors today. I've got a sinus infection now. Yay!
You sound pretty good considering, mate.
Oh, probably. Been dusting the house today as well, finding all the bits that we'd forgotten to dust recently. So that's adding to it. Right, I'm going to open this. Have you started building yet? Oh, you have, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to put some bits and pieces together. This is where all of a sudden I kind of get the when people people trying to talk and build at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. I've got that. There we go. Oh, it's a T-Rex in a bag. Actually, he's bigger than I thought. I actually got the new Triceratops this week because it's actually I didn't have a Triceratops, so now I have a Triceratops.
Yeah, they go for crazy money on the second-hand market, those dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, the Triceratops just lost a load of value because Lego hadn't released one for ages, and now they have.
Ah.
So, and it's a good one too. So, yeah, I've got to open that at some point. But yeah, they do go for crazy money. And then there's a number of fakes you see as well. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The usual story. So, who have we got in the stream here? Let's have a look. The usual suspects. Brick After Brick Toys is Vicky, who's one of the brick tubers. We've got JC from Small Brick City, who is another brick tuber, and Kaz from BlockHeadUK, who is another brick tuber. All the brick tubers. Garligade from the UK as well, I believe. Who else is in here? Saw a few other names near the top. Kittenville Brick, hello.
Yeah, we've got a few good ones in there.
It's
really nice. It's really nice to be a part of all this, Greg. So thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I know you wanted to be involved. You don't have to rush. You can stay as long as you want, because all I'm going to be doing is waffling the whole time.
Oh, no, that's cool. I'm happy to sort of dive in and immerse myself in it all. And it's great to be here.
Meet the Lego community. So I've been checking in on the 72-hour stream over the day. So on a few of them, I didn't realise one of them had 4-hour stint.
Oh, yeah, they're huge. I started watching them yesterday. It was the I think it was the Aussie BriX chick, ABC.
Yep. Yeah, she was on last night. I did pop into that one briefly. She was. When was that? It was quite late here. So she does her builds quite late though, I think, to try and catch the US audience.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
It's a good laugh though.
It's a little baby dinosaur. There he is. Look at that cute little fella there. Oh. We've got Garligade. Garligade's one of those people. I don't know how she manages to be in so many streams and have kids that she takes to parties and things like that. And she's like everywhere in every live stream. She's a good community member.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that. She's everywhere. A good positive force in the community.
Totally. Let's put this minifigure together. Oh, you need a cup of tea. I was going to make a cup of coffee before I came into this, actually. I didn't have time.
I took some Kaz's advice last night. I was asking them. There was a stream last night on Brick Bakery. And, I was asking a few of the bods and peeps on there. Give some tips. What would you suggest? So, Kaz, on your feedback, I got my water, and I'm being British, like your good self, Greg. I got my tea as well. So, cheers, everybody.
Funny, I've lived in Australia for so long now. I don't drink much tea. There we
Probably
go.
doesn't taste the same in 35 degrees.
Very. That's why in air-conditioned offices. The trouble is all the tea here tastes rubbish. I found one that's good. They do a Tetley extra strong. Excuse me.
Yeah, I do. Me and my wife, we like not Tetleys, but it's like Yorkshire tea. And that's like super strong.
No, they do sell the Yorkshire tea over here, but it doesn't seem to taste the same.
Yeah.
I buy the Tetley extra strong because I like builder's tea.
Yeah,
I'm a builder's tea person.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, you've got to do it properly.
Yeah, my wife's Australian, but she now likes builder's tea as well. Actually, no, she likes strong tea, but milky. So it's a bit of a cheat. I didn't realize these T-Rexes were so big. I'm actually quite floored by this. Good thing. I'm actually planning to build a Jurassic Park like land not in my city. It'll probably be another city somewhere. Not that I've got room for another city, but that's what it'll be. And because I've got loads of the set, so Oh, shush. Do not
What's the Jurassic Park sets like to buy? Because with like the Star Wars stuff that I'm more into, you do pay a bit of a premium for the licensing of it. I think.
Yeah, well, I always buy it when it's on sale. So this one was $120. I got it for 80. So
80, that's really good.
Australian. I got the. What did I get the other day? I got the other one that I wanted that I didn't have was. Oh, I can reach it. Is. This shows you how much I like dinosaurs. Hang on. Come on. I can't reach it. There we go. I got this one the other day as well. This is another $120 set. So this one was. This one's from the new movie. That one's from the old movie, and this one's from the new movie. Is it? Oh no, wait. They're both from the new movie. No, they are from the new movie. Sorry. Yeah, this one was again another $120 set, and I got it for. That was 90. So.
That's a nice looking set. Do you pay a premium as well for being in Australia because of the distribution?
Well, sometimes, but on the whole, it's pretty good, to be honest. If you know, like, there's so many good groups on Facebook where you get good deals, and generally, I mean, I bought the rocket set recently that was $160 on Lego. I actually did buy it from Lego for a change. I don't usually, because Lego, you do pay a premium on Lego, but
yeah,
it's in the shops for like $50 less than I paid now. So, which is unusual for me. I don't usually get stung like that, but yeah, this time I did. So,
yeah. Do you wait till the prices drop a little bit, or do you I don't know, for views on your channel? Do you kind of get yourself out there quickly to get the latest and greatest, or do you?
It depends on the set, really. Like the rocket, I bought straight away because I was really excited about it.
Yeah.
But the like other sets, like these two, I got late. Like I didn't rush to buy them. I got one of the sets early because I liked it. Which was one I got early? I think it was the helicopter one I got early because I really liked it. It was a good helicopter. And then other sets, yeah, I do sometimes, but no, like the Avengers, I've got the Iron Man Hall of Armor. Again, I got that one on, I think that was about 25% off. So yeah, I don't generally rush unless it's something I really, really want.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my best wins was Ghostbusters HQ, which I got for 60% off, which I can't complain about.
No, that's really good. That's a really expensive set as well, that one.
That's huge. Still dominates my city.
Yeah, anything Ghostbusters again is a bit of a premium to it. I remember the BrickHeads when they came out, the Peter and Slimer.
Oh yeah.
Everyone, rushed out to the shops to get that one, and it really sold out quickly.
I was gonna say I never actually saw it in the shops. That was actually one I was keeping an eye out for, and I never saw it.
Well, I mean, it was one of those things, those themes. Both Paul and I, we both collected those, but they kind of just seem much fewer and far between these days.
I heard they were going to discontinue them, actually.
Yeah, I think they are going less licensed ones and kind of sticking to their own themes, which is okay as long as they keep bringing them out. Because you had like Lego Movie 2, so they had a chance there to bring out loads of like Emmets and Bennies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they really did follow up on that, and they made. I think it was something like Target. Someone else out there might know, but it was some shop like Target or Walmart was the only places you could buy it from. So that kind of killed that one off for me.
Yeah, I think Lego made a big mistake with some of the exclusives recently. There's been quite an uproar about it, hasn't there? So
yeah, they're getting better. They are listening. I mean, for example, the regional setting, the regional ones and stuff like that, they're kind of doing less of those, or I think they've kind of completely cut out the idea of doing any further ones, and so everyone gets a fair share. But
yeah, there was a couple of those. I missed out on one of them. Well, I think it was back in the shops recently, which was the one of the Chinese New Year's ones, not the boat race, not the dragon boat race, the other one, the restaurant one.
Yeah.
Take it from Kaz's comment that she is a brickhead collector. I've seen loads of the Statue of Liberty one around though. Actually, it's out at the moment.
Kaz, you might remember my first ever AFOL meeting that I went to, the London one at the tavern. That was the one where you presented the brick heads, and it was a really good night out.
I need to join an AFOL community here in Sydney. Actually, I was looking at the Sydney lug. Need to sort that out, but it's just a matter of having time. So I've got 3 kids, and I run a startup, so I'm kind of like a bit time poor.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you got any tips, for being a Lego YouTuber and sort of juggling life as well?
Yeah,
what's your secret?
Don't sleep.
That I'm not too bad on, actually.
I quite often run on 4 hours sleep a night. So
yeah, I think a lot of that is kind of reflection of the modern age, to be honest. Which is why I like Lego. Really, I find it quite calming, quite relaxing. Not necessarily in this situation, mind, but
this is relaxing. Everyone's fine. The Lego community is good. I've got you'll notice there's a few people in here have blue tags. That means they're moderators for me. So if anyone comes in and says anything stupid, they get shut down quite quickly.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So, as has happened a couple of times.
Yeah, it happens out there. The thing is, in any sort of community, in any sort of places, you get the odd people that make a lot of noise, and they just need to be shut down because it's just negative stuff, isn't it?
People who aren't very good at being social. It's easier to be anti-social than social. Bless them. How we're looking? How's Buckingham Palace looking there?
Well, the foundations are going in. I've kind of got my bearings on it now. This actual set, is discontinued, so I bought it off a forum second hand.
Oh, nice.
Like literally 10 minutes before you went live, Greg. Me and my wife were sort of desperately going through the pieces, separating them all, because I thought, it's not the biggest set in the world. I think probably the dinosaurs probably bigger than the whole of this Buckingham Palace. However, what I will say is there is an absolute gazillion of small parts like this. It's microscopic. I'm short of saying micropolis, Kaz. So, but don't beat me up on that one.
I've got the Sydney Opera House one, which was very similar.
Yeah,
very similar.
No, they're really cool sets. I've got a few of them. Funny enough, I've got a Sydney one as well. I bought that for my wife. Though to this day, she kind of thinks that I bought it for myself, really, but gave the excuse it was for her.
Maybe you should build it together.
I think we should. I think she'd be good at it as well, actually. That's what I think. She'd probably get a better Lego builder than I am.
Is she into Lego?
To be honest, I think she likes Lego because she's married to me. I wouldn't say that she goes out of her way, but you know what? She's happy to see me happy with it. I think.
Yeah. Well, my wife actually said I'm just adjusting my stand to see if this actually gives a better angle on what I'm doing.
I have to see your dinosaurs now.
I was going to say, I've just realised that nothing I'm doing is actually in the camera. Oh, I've missed the page.
How about your wife? What is? I'm assuming you're married. What does she think of your sort of Lego tactics?
She's quite supportive on the whole. She doesn't know the full truth about my Lego addiction. No. She's pretty supportive. She actually encouraged me to start doing it because she sees how happy Lego makes me. So
yeah,
and I started doing all of this as a way to sort of I originally I said this before in my streams. I actually started doing this for the reason that it was a way for me to sort of practice a few things I need to do for work, and a way for me to sort of build up my confidence as well, like presenting and talking and things like that. So, and she said to me, it's definitely been noticeable, the impact that's had on certain things about me. So,
but I think Lego, everything to do with Lego, I find is rich in sort of positiveness.
yeah.
And you know, you can look at the company itself, look at its customer support, how good it is, and things like that. And they definitely rival Apple. And in fact, I think for customer service, Lego is better than Apple in the last year. However, they rank those kind of things.
I can't say that because I know the guy who's actually in charge of Apple's service globally.
Well, I mean, they do a great job as well. But both Apple, Lego, you know, we're talking premium products here. But I mean, lucky for us, we're kind of in the world where we know we can get Lego sets cheaper, and parts and bits and pieces and certain things and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of in that sphere. But when it comes to Apple stuff, anything to do with Apple is a premium. They have their sort of kind of subtle sales, and then you've got on the second-hand market, they hold their price. So you know, it's all premium stuff. But it's good as well. It's good kit to use, and I think stuff like that, Lego, what it does for people, you know, there's all sorts of learning programs out there for people that want to use play with Lego. It's kind of been used in business more. Everything around it. I don't really see much negative points with Lego. There's obviously the plastic aspects of Lego and things like that, but they themselves are sort of pioneering different plastics to use in the future, so for sustainability and things like that. So
they're not having a lot of luck at the moment, from what I read recently. The first few batches have been a bit problematic.
Yeah, but that will happen, won't it? You know, look at companies like Tesla and things like that. You know, they're putting their sort of neck on the line to try and be different, and you know, they will fail at certain things.
Hey, Midnight Cat BriX. Yeah, it's interesting to see. My kids actually were. I was at the computer the other day, and the history of Lego video was down in a recommendation for some reason. I've actually watched it before, but I don't know why it was there as a recommendation. And my kids both wanted to watch it. Such a lovely story. I mean, it's got sad bits, but how it all came together for them finally, so as to speak.
I'm just going to move my bits around. I've got to get my focus on my camera.
I've had that happen before. What are you using for your camera?
I just got a camcorder. It's a Logitech 920C, I think it is.
Oh, the actual proper webcam. Yeah, that's what I've got. Don't usually have a focus problem with it.
They seem really good. When I first wanted to get into doing the Lego building and stuff like that, I thought about using that, but the quality between that and say a small camera, like I just find it wasn't as good. But obviously for live streams, it's perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I find, and then the small cameras are crap for doing live streams. Go figure. Should be better, but they're not. I was using an SLR briefly to do my live streams because they turned off the ability to use your phone as a webcam, which I was using at the time. So,
all right, let's see where I can put this.
Apparently, that's an interesting. I've never had that error before. So this new laptop's got a better camera built into it, and YouTube's given me the message that the quality on it's too high. Or rather, the frame rate on it's too high.
Okay. When you started your channel, what made you start it?
It was like I said earlier on about it was a way for me to build up some confidence, and I'd just been watching people like GJBricks and things, and I just thought, it just seems like a good way to, something that interests me, and a way to sort of, a good excuse to buy Lego.
Yeah,
then it sort of grew, and then I finally built a Lego city that I haven't done before. So,
oh yeah, the holy grail does seem to be Lego cities.
well, it's just a way to express yourself. Although, you know, my city currently expresses me in that I've been sick, and it shows in the city.
Have you got like a big hospital or something in it?
I've got a small hospital. I actually bought a second one of this set the other day. So, so yeah, this good example of getting a deal. I got this one. I did get this one when it first came out, although I did get it on discount. I've just bought a second one of it for 50% off. So,
oh wow, yeah, I saw you build that one on your stream a couple of weeks ago. I think it was, wasn't it?
not that one. I built a police station.
Oh yeah. Okay. How big is your Lego city?
About 4 by 3 meters ish. No, not that big. Not that big. No, about 4 by 2.
Wow.
It's not that big. When you put brains in it, it's becomes a pain in the butt.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of it? Like, have you got like everyone always seems to be into fire stations, and I know you like your train sets as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I mean, the bit I actually like the most, that I've done the least on recently, is actually the bit where I've got my Ninjago city and the bridge going next to it, because I really want to build up the Ninjago area. That's the bit I've got like the best plans for. It's just a matter of having time and bricks to do it. So I've actually got the new Creator Townhouse set. Is it? What is it? Townhouse? The Townhouse and Vet set. I've got to do that and do a build and review on that one at some point. But I will. Dr. McBrick actually made a suggestion when I was chatting to him, and he said that would be really good to use as the basis for a Ninjago themed build, because it's like about the right size, it's good shape, it's got good colors in it, it's a good foundation to do sort of a kind of like a Ninjago city kind of build as off the back of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Ninjago then. So that's a theme that I've kind of stayed away from, because
it's a great theme. I love it.
I mean, definitely great value for money.
Have a look at Kaz's build. Kaz does some spectacular Ninjago builds. She's got some great stuff.
Okay.
She's I'm quite jealous, to be perfectly honest, because I wish I had enough time to do it. I've got so many plans. I've got a whole wall of bricks I've collected that I haven't had a chance to sort of really dive into yet.
Yeah. But you build a lot of mocks though, don't you? You do stuff like
not as much as I want to, but this is one I've got going up in the next week or so. So I took the little mini Christmas train from last year, and actually turned it into a little carousel. So
nice.
It's like meant to be one of those ones you get outside the shop. So I've just got to finish off this side of it. But I just thought it was really sort of a nice way to use that set without for something else.
Yeah, I'm digging the classic spaceman in that as well.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I don't know what his name is. He is actually one from my collection in the UK.
Yeah.
So I've got all my original Lego in my parents' house in the UK still as well. Must bring that over at some point.
Yeah. What the shipping costs? What would they be like? It would be horrific.
Ship the amount of Lego I've got there is probably going to cost me a couple of $100.
Yeah.
So it's going to be what? Probably £100 ish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think all that Lego you'll get.
It might be a bit more than that actually. I mean that's via the slow boat as well. So that will take like 2 or 3 months to get here. Literally get stuck on a container and eventually makes it here if you're lucky, and if you're even luckier, no one goes through what's in the boxes. As has happened to quite a few of my friends, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Butt job, hello.
Hi, Brick Pasta.
I got Brick Pasta as well. Jeez.
That's some good regulars on here.
I think Butt Chop's just checking in to make sure everyone's actually signed in to do their part for the stream. I find it's so cute. Butt Chop and Pasta, they both signed in almost at the same time. You guys are lovely.
Butt Chop, I was watching his stream yesterday at work, and Butt Chop, I love your energy, man. It's very cool.
Yeah, he does. He does. It's quite infectious watching him. He had to sleep through something. Sorry, mate. I was checking in on everybody all day as well. Don't worry. So everyone did their part. It's quite solid, this truck. This is the actual lorry I'm building at the moment. Look how big the chassis is for it.
Yeah, that is big. That is solid.
It's 10 wide. It's never going to fit on my streets. I've actually made the decision for my city. This is something that a few people have been doing recently. I made the decision for one part of my city, and then I was sort of talking to Kaz, and I kind of just decided I'm just going to ditch road plates from my city and move everything over to brick-built roads, which is a bit more expensive, but means you can actually lay your city out much better.
Yeah.
Like I was playing with where my residential area is, which should be a good area once it's done, but I've actually managed to build like little laneways through the houses and stuff, which is really cool. So I just got to order all the black tiles now to actually build the roads. But
so that gives you kind of a little flexibility in building it.
Yeah, totally. And you can actually sort of have a road, a building, and then the other road, and have it as a one-way system, and build lanes into your city and stuff like that. Jacob over at Brick Bakery did quite a good tutorial on it the other day for his channel. And if you watch Dr. McBrick, all of his city is brick built, and he's got a big city. He's got a big city.
Yeah.
He must have, I reckon for his city, he must have probably 4,000 or 5,000 black tiles just to do it, at least.
Wow.
Actually, it's probably more than that, because he's like, he can order 1,000 at a time. There's probably closer to 10,000 actually.
Do you guys ever keep, you guys and girls out there, do you ever keep an account of actually what bricks you've got? Because I don't know, when I first got into collecting Lego, and I want to do some mocks. So I'm going to do a mock of an AT-AT. It was designed by some guy, I think he might be Polish or something. Anyway, his name begins with, it's kind of like Raz something or other. It's a really cool name. But anyway, he's I want to build his mock of an AT-AT, which is based on the official Star Wars one, but it's made kind of twice the size. So over the months, I've been collecting that and getting that together. But
Richie boy,
when I first started, I kind of started collating and cataloging what bricks I had. So in the future, I thought, well, if I build something, I only want to know what I've got. But to be honest, I find that a bit faffy. I don't know what anyone else ever does out there, if they even bother. But what do you do, Greg?
In terms of mocks, I just buy random bricks and then decide what I'm going to do. I have an idea in my head, but I don't often buy to plan. I quite often go and buy. Like when I did my, if you look on my channel, sorry, kids next door are playing, making some quite scary noises. Don't know why they're not in bed. Like if you look at my Hogwarts Express upgrades, I bought specific parts for that and sort of planned that out in my head, which is no mean feat. I don't use Studio or anything like that. I tend to try and sort of vision it in my head and build it. I'm old school in that respect.
Yeah.
And then ordered the parts to do what I wanted to do that way. But otherwise, quite often I buy parts I think I need. Like if you look at my last haul video I put up this week, I basically just went to town on doors and windows because I needed them, and also Technic pieces because I needed them.
Well, you like Technics, don't you? You're kind of old school Technics. You grew up with that one, didn't you?
Yeah. I've got quite a lot of old Technic sets back in my parents' house. So
yeah. Now talking of gates, that's the gate for the Buckingham Palace. So pretty cool.
Coming together.
Like a window.
Yeah, I know some people are like quite religiously designing Studio and things like that, and because Studio will then give you the parts you need and things like that, which is, to be perfectly honest, I have enough trouble having time to build, let alone having enough time to plan. So I sort of gone with the old school approach of buying parts to build with. So
you kind of sculpt it as you go along.
Yeah, I mean that last Windows order was actually related to this I'm building here, and I hit a wall on this one. This is meant to be a gatehouse / office, and you can see the problems I had, where I had an issue with the having the right bricks, and the issue of having the right windows. And I was trying to use this was from, I can't remember the number of the set, but it was one that was like a police command center that had a little outbuilding, which is like a security building, and the other one was this office building from the was it 6052 cargo train. So it's kind of combined those, and I kind of hit a problem quite quickly in that there was nowhere near enough parts to do what I was trying to do. And then I realized I didn't have any windows, which is why I did that big window order. So no, but it's, you gotta have 1,000 subs. It's not even if you're monetized, it's if you've got 1,000 subs. So which was to do with that idiot who went and shot lots of people. And anyway, I'm not going to go there, but to stop people live streaming things like that easily.
Yeah. I mean, we want to do some. We want to do a live stream quite soon, actually. Paul and myself, and we kind of both do it, so we can both kind of look out for each other when if there's any chat that comes up live and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, having half done this, we'll probably kind of build different bits and pieces ourselves and just go maybe do one for an hour or something like that using Google, or I think he wants to try OBS first and something like that, a little bit more maybe sophisticated. But Hangouts just seems to work.
Well, no, OBS you'd load. You can connect Hangouts into it. So.
Oh right. Yeah,
you can use other services with it and things like that. So. That's the idea of it, and you can like do some quite good layouts. If you look at someone like Small Brick City's live streams and Brick Bakery, they both use OBS quite well. So JC is actually in the events, in the entertainment space, so he knows how to use it quite well. And he does a good job of it, setting up like tickers and things like that on the bottom of the screen and stuff. So. Again, I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and learn how to use it properly, to my detriment. So it's a case of I sort of quite often find myself thinking I could sit down and figure out how to do this, or I could just use that time to build. And
yeah, yesterday when Buckchop kicked off his stream, he did a really good impression actually of a Londoner. So it was like, all right, governor, all this kind of thing.
I think that was aimed at me. That was aimed at me because I signed off.
Yeah.
I told him to never do that again.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was a good impression of a Londoner, but I would say it was a good impression of Dick Van Dyke.
No, he said before to me that he wants to live in London or Australia. So he's American, but over America. I know it wasn't, mate. I know it wasn't. I'm kidding. I'm pulling your leg. The front of this is looking a bit like Optimus Prime at the moment in blue. quite chunky.
All right. BlockHeadUK saying that Hangouts is not going to be available.
No, at the end of July. That was partly why. That was part of the reason that Buckchop organised this, because he wanted everybody. He wanted to sort of have one last hurrah for Google Hangouts.
Oh. So what would be the alternative, though? Because I mean,
I haven't really made it very clear, to be honest. There's a streaming thing, but I don't know how you actually do it in conjunction with people. It seems like a very poorly thought out idea by YouTube. So, and I've been going on their YouTube creator video streams, and I always ask, like, what's it going to replace it? And they just don't have an answer. So, I mean, you use something like OBS, you can actually connect up different services with it. So I'm guessing that's the idea of you can like hook up different streams into it. So maybe they're relying on those, but it seems like a bit of a silly idea to me because live streaming is so big for them.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. Google Hangouts completely ties in with, well, Google YouTube, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a very strange decision. I'd like to know why they decided to do it.
It's not like it's broken or anything like that. They could just leave it there just to kind of bumble along.
I don't get. Yeah, it's a funny thing. The whole YouTube philosophy on just the whole Google philosophy on just cancelling services people use. They must have some rationale for it, but they just seem to do it so regularly.
Yeah, I'm all for being innovative and stuff like that, but you can't take services away. They are for.
No, it's Google's a data-driven company, so they must have a rationale for it. But it's just odd. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, Kaz makes a good point there. It's like the barrier for live streaming is going to go up in complexity, and it totally is. But I don't know. They must have a plan. But it's just. But that being said, like you look at the YouTube Creator Studio beta that's out, and it's like not a very good piece of software. It misses so many of the features people used in the old one that you wonder why they're like how they can consider it even close to launching. It's terrible. I still use the old one for so much stuff, and you look at it now, they're basically like iframing in some of the old functionality into the new system because they haven't managed to migrate it. So
that just sounds like they're doing too much shoehorning.
Okay, so Legalomaniac's saying he hasn't seen anything in Streamlabs, which is what OBS is, the open source version of, that points towards doing collaborative streams, which is a bit rubbish.
I guess until Google Hangouts or whatever Google Hangout becomes, we're going to have a lot less streaming going on then.
Yeah. Kaz is with me there. Beta is horrible. Still using the old one too. Well, no, you can set cards now, but basically the cards loads the old interface to do it, just from within the new interface. It's very, very lame. You look at things like the monetization check is all done through the old interface still. It's very strange. Like end screen. There is a way to do end screens in it, but they seem to have turned it off because it was so bad.
Yeah. Well, anyway, as long as everyone in the community kind of throws it out there and so people know exactly what is going on and the best way of doing it, it will come back again in different form.
I mean, Buttchop made a good point just now about this whole sort of live streaming event sort of is a good way of strengthening the community. And this conversation we're having right now is a really good example of that because the community is really good at helping each other. That's actually something I will say back to your earlier comment about why I decided to start doing this was I was a bit nervous about doing a channel, and then I got into it and quite quickly made some really, really good friends with people in there. And who are very supportive, and we all share ideas. I mean, that's where the BrickTubers thing that I'm a part of with Kaz and a couple of other people, and we sort of did it as a way to sort of collaborate more and share ideas and do things together. So that was where it came from, that whole community thing. So yeah, they're very it's a good community. Everyone's very, very supportive and gives you ideas. You very rarely put a model up on your site and people tell you it's rubbish. They'll give you constructive criticism about how you can do it better next time, or if they love it, what was so good about it. So,
and it's a bit like art, really. I find Lego. It's quite subjective.
Yeah.
You've got news this week, or the Lego news anyway. This week, you've got the new Harley Davidson out there.
Yeah.
And I really like the model. I really do. I think they've got the angles, the elements are all there. I just wish that they'd put in a little bit more chrome, even if it's just for the wheel.
I was looking at that and I couldn't see. I was trying to think how they could do it without it really crippling the without it really changing the look of the car, the bike. You know what I mean? Sorry. Without it really changing the look, because you couldn't have some chrome.
The full grey, all grey in.
Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, the trouble is with that line now, the benchmark is the Mustang. The Mustang is amazing.
I really want that. I did a couple of Lego stores. I think it was Leicester Square, and it was lovely, and it's a beautiful model, and it's quite big as well.
Yeah, and it's a great, like, it's all the good techniques, like fixes a lot of the issues that people had with the Aston Martin, and it's got steering as well. So some very clever bits of engineering in it, from what I'm told. It's on my list to absolutely buy at some point. So I do need to get the Apollo rocket first. I haven't got the Apollo rocket yet. Don't want to miss out on that.
The rocket or the lander?
The rocket.
Oh, I've got the rocket over here. If I just bring this up, this was one of the first things I built, actually, because I thought it was gorgeous. Here we go. I purposely put it over here. I don't know how well you can see it. Here we go. If I do that, and it is massive.
Yeah.
Hold it up.
So I remember seeing the it's just, I don't know anywhere to put it is the other problem.
I tell you what, it's not as bad as you think, because it doesn't take up a lot of real estate in your house. It takes up probably about 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters in space. Yeah,
you just need the height. I will get it. I've seen it on sale now. So yeah, it's got some quite good discounts now. So yeah, almost time to buy it. I don't think it's discontinued yet, is it? No,
not yet. And this was a good precursor for the lunar lander.
Yeah, which has got the lunar lander.
Yeah.
Oh, she hasn't built it yet. She's got that too.
I built that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
I got the actually, I need to like have a month off buying Lego. I've bought so much Lego lately. I got the fishing store the other day because it was on sale on Amazon for 30% off.
Here we go. She's a beauty, this one. I've got a friend of mine. He lives in Singapore. He's bought the old fishing.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's I've know a lot of people who've bought it and said it's one of the few sets they haven't modified or haven't modified much.
It looks really detailed.
Yeah.
It looks really detailed.
Yeah, it does. Love that. That milk green. Is it milk green? Sand green, sorry. It's one of my favorite colors as well. I actually have a whole box of parts over there. I'm trying to decide what to do with. I just like the color, so I've collected so much of it. I'm like, right, what am I going to build now?
Oh, but there is always stuff to build. I mean, how do you work out what you're going to build and what you're not going to build?
Yeah, well, mine usually comes down to what I have time to build. But no, I have a whole like list of. I have a whole spreadsheet of ideas. Literally a whole spreadsheet of ideas, and I had another one today that came up in my head, and I'm going to do that first now because I like the idea.
Yeah,
it actually fits with my city as well. So.
Okay, it seems to be a really good creative outlet for people.
There you go. Vicky Brick After Brick Toys is saying she's building the lunar lander in her next in her stream later on. So that's cool.
When with that particular one, what Paul and I did, we kind of stepped out a little bit from behind the camera because that's probably our most watched video. We bought it. I think it came out on the Saturday morning, and I got it up on YouTube on that evening. And I think it's the only one that's gone over 100 views or something like that. But it was, it makes the whole thing a bit more pleasurable to have done. And we then the week later, because we were talking about it so much, I said, well, why don't we do like a commentary on the build itself? So we did the speed build again, same movie, same music in the background, albeit dimmed down. And then what we did was we just spoke all the way through it. We just talked about it, and it's got just as many views as all our other stuff. But it was just nice to do that and kind of express ourselves.
Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, that's a nice thing. As Buttchop said just now, I mean, that's one of the nice things of the Lego community is that sort of common bond, and people love you sharing stuff like that. Like JC over at Small Brick City does his videos at the moment. He does a lot of the ones where he talks through what he's building. He does like a weekly series where he does where he's like doing a bit of the mock, and he said, you know, he's focusing on this, tells you his whole thought process and what he's planning to do, and then he does like a sped up bit where he shows him building it and then stops and talks about it. And then, yeah, I kind of borrowed the idea a bit of with my roller coaster videos. I hadn't planned to do it that way on the last one, but it just made a lot of sense. So I sort of did a recap on the week before, and then like, this is the issue I had. I've got these parts now, so now I'm going to have a play and change it around. And you sort of see me doing it, which was fun.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I like watching you actually trying to work out what it is you're going to do.
I'm so old school in that respect.
There's so many different ways of doing stuff.
Yeah, and some of it, like, you could have designed that in Creator and then put it all together and then discovered the track problem I had where it doesn't roll.
That's definitely
a problem. Makes you appreciate the big red roller coaster that Lego's made.
Yeah, that is as well. That I really fancy and I would like to get, but it's where do I put it? It's like the Millennium Falcon, the UCS one.
I've got the pirate roller coaster to build. That's bad enough. That's pretty good set. But that I've actually got a really cool idea for that. That one's going in my. I've got a small theme park area. It's not massive. It's only like two grey plates, base plates in size.
Yeah,
it isn't huge. And I've got a Ferris wheel and a carousel to get in there as well as some small builds. So what I've decided I'm going to do is actually build the roller coaster into like a cave. So kind of like, you know, think about the Goonies. I'm going to build the roller coaster into like a cave like that, and then put the Ferris wheel on top of that. It should be pretty cool. And then I can do sort of builds on the lower level, and then like some other stuff higher up.
Yeah,
which
that's really
require a mountain of bricks, but it'll look cool.
Do you ever put any kind of brick lights into any of your cities or anything like that? Because that seems to be a minute.
Oh, Darren! The minute I go down that path, I'm in trouble. I don't know if you've seen. Oh God, who am I thinking? I'm not Legalomaniac. Kaz, who am I thinking of? What channel am I thinking of? Stefan. What's his name? What's his channel's name? Should be able to help me with that one. Yeah, he's got a City of Lights. Is superb. He's done a really good job lighting up his city. Brixonville, that's the one I'm trying to think of. He's in the middle of rebuilding his city, but have a look at his videos of his lit up city. It's incredible.
Yeah.
If you haven't found his channel, it looks stunning. But yeah, I haven't dared go down that path. I probably will add some lights to some things, but I'm not like overly bothered yet.
I see what the guys over at Brick Vault are doing, and they're kind of hitting a lot of lights with stuff like I think they've done the UCS Millennium Falcon. I think they've done the Ghost as well, and
yeah.
I mean, their business is a little bit more commercial than anyone else's, I guess, because they're kind of making it a bit of a feature for people to come in and watch, and look at what they've created. And they're in I forget the name of the planet now that they're doing.
Oh, it's Yavin or something. It's not Yavin. Is it Yavin?
I think it's Yavin 4. And it looks pretty awesome. But again, you know, it pushes the envelope.
You look at some of the. Apparently, Legalomania wants us to talk about his stuff, but doesn't really want us to talk about his stuff. What was I going to say? Another one who does lighting really. I really sort of look at the city stuff. I confess I'm not massively into the Star Wars stuff. I love Star Wars, but I haven't gotten into the sets a huge amount because I find them too expensive for what they are quite often.
Oh, they are expensive. There's no getting around that.
That being said, I do have half a shelf of Star Wars sets. Like I did buy the Millennium Falcon from The Force Awakens because I thought that was a great model. But I won't buy like the big UCS Falcon. There's no way on earth I would ever buy that one unless it was like 50% off, because I just don't think it's like I can't justify that for saying it's just going to sit on a shelf and not be touched.
Yeah. I think Lego were doing quite a good deal recently. I don't know what country it was in, and it could have been, I don't know, fake news, all I know, but they were doing a deal somewhere whereby if you bought the Millennium Falcon, you then got Cloud City as well.
Yeah, no, I have seen that one. Yeah, I did see that one here. I mean, the Millennium Falcon here is meant to be $1,200, and people have been selling it for $800.
Yeah. Well, that happened here in the UK. As soon as it came out, they didn't distribute enough or hadn't made enough, and literally within 2 weeks of it coming out, they'd run out, and people it was up on eBay for like £1,000, which is a bit rubbish.
Oh. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, no, here the price has come down massively on it because I don't think they can sell enough of them. So there's a few shops that have had big supplies. Like this way, there was a really good deal this week. Like corner store, the corner garage. I wish I could have got it. I didn't have any money to buy it with, unfortunately. I just bought the fishing store. If I hadn't bought the fishing store, I could have got the corner garage. But the fishing store has been discontinued, hasn't it? So it was something like it was again 30% off the corner garage, like the new set, 40% off. Couldn't grumble about that. But and likewise, the roller coaster I think was something like 35% off. So
that's really good. I don't know if it's the same for everyone around the world who's tuned into this, but here in the UK, I think it's the 16th and 17th, there's Amazon Prime Day. Is anyone looking out for anything in particular for that?
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. We've got Amazon here in Australia now. Hooray! I keep forgetting it exists, to be honest.
Really? What is that? Like a new thing out there or something? I thought
it only came out. Only launched like late last year.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you got Amazon Prime as well?
Yeah, we've got Amazon. We had Amazon Prime before we had Amazon. So
that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, but it was sort of interesting. It hasn't sort of gone as gangbusters as they expected, I don't think. I mean, Australia's got massive distribution problems because of the size of it.
But you know what that means, though, don't you? That's your country will be earmarked for them using drones.
Yeah, totally. God, that's going to be odd. Sure, it's going to happen, but yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'll be interested to see how many drones actually make it to where they're going.
It's the innovation, though. I can definitely see it coming in. I mean, you've got stuff like autonomous cars and things like that, and I definitely think that could be the future. I mean, maybe, Greg, in the future, we won't actually have cars. We'll have something like, I don't know, maybe they'll call them pods or carriages or something like that. And
yeah, there's a few of those ideas around, isn't there? Maybe in the future we won't even build Lego. It'll all just be done for us.
No, you know what? I think we will continue to build Lego whilst being driven in our autonomous cars.
Yeah, that's true. That's the vision of the future. Yeah, there's like a Lego city in your car.
I'd buy that for $1.
That's one of those I'm doing one of those really boring bits where you have to do 4 of something, and because it's like boring, I've done it wrong.
One thing I would say, having never done an architecture set before, it is lots and lots of little bits.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do something with a bit of height in it next time, I think.
Oh yeah, I do like the look of the Trafalgar Square one, actually. Trafalgar Square one looks quite spectacular.
Yeah. Kaz, what did you think about building the Trafalgar Square one? I mean, it looks fab. What's your thoughts on that? Do you like it?
No. I'm just reading through. Sorry, I'm catching up on the stream here. I'm sort of glancing at it, but What have we got? Legalomaniacs got a married on paper. He's getting officially married later this year. Congratulations. I think I've said that before, but hey. Who else is in here? Garligate's here still. Midnight Cat BriX. GJBricks is here.
Hi, Midnight Cat BriX. Not met you before.
Never seen much. Like, you know, the good thing here in Australia is, I will say this, like your question earlier on about prices.
Yeah.
We have Kmart and Target. They're not the same as the US ones. They're different. I think they're actually a bit more upmarket than the US ones, but they never sell Lego at RRP ever. Actually, Target's not as good as Kmart, but and we have another brand called Big W, which is again, I think that was originally American, but it's again not the same company. And they all generally sell the Lego at like 20% off the RRP, and then they have sales on top of that. So
really good.
And then if you go to their eBay stores, and eBay has one of their sales as well, you get like double dip on the sale. I don't know how eBay makes money, to be honest.
Yeah, I sell a few bits and pieces on eBay and stuff like that, so I love it from that. A lot of people don't like eBay because of their markup on the eBay and PayPal, but you know that if you want to sell something, you will sell it on.
Yeah,
sure.
Very dodgy people on eBay, but yeah, PayPal's not part of eBay anymore, is it? So they're completely separate businesses.
It's not part of it. It's not an arm of it anymore.
No, it's its own business now. So it was a decision they made a while back.
Yeah.
So
that's not necessarily a bad thing, I suppose.
Yeah. So what was I going to say?
We don't have Targets over here like they seem to in America. My brother has just moved out to Boston in America, and as luck would have it, he's only about 15 minutes from a Target. So if they ever come out of any specials or something like that, I'm going to try and get it sent over.
Yeah, like that donut shop they had. That was ridiculous. That really annoyed me that was a Target exclusive. It was a really good set. Do you remember that one?
I've heard of it. It's one that comes up when people get annoyed by past exclusives and stuff like that. That one always comes up. That and the Darth Vader bust that came out recently as well.
I wasn't bothered about the Darth Vader bust. I didn't think it looked very good, but the donut store was nice. You can get it on BrickLink for a reasonable price, but
yeah, I love a bit of BrickLink. Because one of the things, because it's all Paul's fault, to be honest, because he got me into like collecting all these minifigs and stuff like that. I kind of felt, okay, well, I need somewhere to put the things. So I've been kind of working out what I can do to get around it. And what I've been doing on BrickBulb, they came up with some ideas, some stands for minifigs. So I've been building these up. Look at that. So got a few there.
Yeah, Steve Reynolds, to answer your question, I'm an Englishman who's lived in Australia for 12 years. So I'm born and bred English, but live in Australia. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look, printed pieces. Love it.
So what do you reckon, Greg, of talking of printing then, of stickers? How do you feel about stickers? Do you ever do stickers live on the stream as well?
Well, I've been lately making a call on whether or not I'm going to use the stickers, but usually I do.
Yeah.
They quite often add to it. There's very rarely they don't add to it, but Lego's put a lot of thought into using them. But at the same time, yeah, I can understand. I mean, you've got to look at the cost of manufacturing, because every time you manufacture a printed piece, you've got to store it. You've got to make the right quantity. It's not like manufactured on demand. So it's not a cheap thing to do, as much as everyone wishes it was. So, yeah, I tend to use them, though. On the whole, I don't generally leave stickers off. I reckon this was a good set to choose. I'm actually debating whether or not I'm going to finish it in time.
Yeah, no, this one I'm definitely not. I think I might, every time I join in on a stream, I might continue this. This might.
It's pretty solid, this one. You're ordering a framed picture of the Queen right now.
Is it like one of those Lego mosaics, brick
Yeah,
pasta?
brick pasta, yeah. Is that like a Lego picture of the Queen? I've got the I can't remember the name of the artist, but we've got a print of the one that's made out of buttons. I can't remember. Is it Anne something Carrington or something like that? She's quite a well-known artist. She does it with like literally buttons, and she's made like the Queen. It's a postage stamp of the Queen made out of buttons, and it's amazing. My friend I discovered actually owns the original one. It's like, okay, which came about because him and his wife went to a little country inn, and it turns out it was like her favorite one, and they ended up meeting her and really sort of liked her and liked her stuff, and ended up buying it sort of for a really good price. Lucky buggers. So that'd be worth a fortune now.
Stuff like that is just really good. My brother, because he lives in Boston now, he's kind of any excuse he can to kind of show off his Britishness. He really does. So really sort of a typical Englishman.
It's really funny. I work in a startup space, being a startup, and there's the team who sit next to our table are actually predominantly English, and it's quite cute because they all go and have like a tea break at the same time, and they literally make tea.
Very nice.
I think one day I might just sort of have some scones ready in the kitchen for them just for a laugh.
You should. Do you put the cream on first or the jam?
Oh, good grief! I just like stuff it all in my mouth. I don't know. I'm not that refined. I'm from Essex as well, so you know.
I lived in Essex for 12 years or so, just near well, I was inside Colchester, so quite in the sort of heart of it.
Oh yeah, Kaz is near Colchester. Actually, I think Kaz is in Colchester. No, Brentwood.
Oh, Brentwood. Yeah, I know Brentwood.
I think Kaz, are you Brentwood or Colchester? I think you're Brentwood actually. It's gonna be. No, I've said that. It's gonna be Colchester, but she's in that neck of the woods.
I love Colchester. I lived in a place called Tiptree, which, funny enough, is famous.
Yeah, I know it very well. Yeah.
And it was about 10 minutes from Colchester Zoo, which is very cool.
Oh yeah, I always forget they've got a zoo there.
Yeah.
Jeez, the animals must get cold in winter there.
Oh yeah, massively. I was over there once. There's funny enough, about a mile away from the zoo, there's like a recycle centre. So I was kind of getting some stuff down the tip in the recycle centre and putting it away. And then I kind of pulled up in a car park because there was a load of Jeeps. In fact, Jeeps that looked like something out of the world, to be honest. And they're all flying all over the place. And apparently there was a whole group of llamias or something like that had escaped from the zoo. So it was like something out of a comedy sketch. They're literally running around on the back of these Jeeps with these giant nets.
Oh no! I'm trying to sort of. You can just imagine like a bit of a joke there, can't you? It's like, man,
Hill music.
Watch out! They spit. Oh no, that's camels.
Venomous spit.
Do llamas spit? I don't know. Actually, it's similar to camels.
I think if any animal doesn't like you, it'll spit at you.
Yeah, true. Or bite you. Yeah, the funny one. Yeah, the funny one here is kangaroos when they don't like you.
They punch you, don't
they? Yeah, they literally. Well, no, the big reds will kick you. They literally go up on their tail and kick you.
Oh, that would be painful.
That would hurt quite a lot. And the big reds are big, really big. They're all right though. Whenever I've seen them, they've been passive as anything. So I don't know why they take the umbrage with some people.
Yeah. Greg, tell me about your stop motion stuff that you do. You use stop motion at the beginning of your.
Oh yeah, it's an old. I need to redo that video. Yeah, that was from my old city because I've moved house and I've actually moved Lego rooms since I've been in this house. So that was why that was from my old room. But yeah, it's just frame by frame photography, and I don't do it very often because I don't have the patience to do as much as I would like. I do enjoy it, but it takes so much time. I quite often end up rushing it. Annoyingly, I wish I didn't. But
my favorite video is a stop motion video. Funny enough, a music video. Do you remember Sledgehammer?
Yeah. Oh, I still listen to Peter Gabriel quite often. I love his stuff.
Oh, good man. So do I. And I just love that video. And it's a classic song anyway. I mean, it still sounds good today, I think.
Oh, totally. And Steam.
Yeah. I always thought Steam was kind of like the CGI, the sort of the brother of Sledgehammer. And if you listen to them, they're kind of quite similar as well, with this kind of funky bass guitaring going on and brass as well. It's yeah, I reckon that does get kicked off quite a lot of stop motion stuff, and it always goes back to that. That was like the first time I think someone had done a music video with that. But I like on the Lego scene, there's definitely like a big vibe, a big scene of people that like doing the stop motion stuff, and again, that's just a really cool player of people that do that out there.
Yeah, there's some people out there who do absolutely amazing stop motion. Just it blows my mind. Like who's the Mad About BriX? They do some great stuff. Like
yeah,
I mean their channel's been around for ages, but their stuff's very inventive. I really like it.
I don't know if that's something me and Paul will ever end up doing. I mean, we could do. I mean, next thing's kind of like to do in the sort of coming weeks will be again a stream, and another thing being maybe we'll do like a news roundup. So everyone, a lot of people out there seems to do news and stuff like that. I think we'll do like a sort of a monthly roundup of the news.
I do news videos sometimes, but quite often I don't have time to do them. So I mean, my thing is, what I do them, I end up taking me about 2 hours to do them from beginning to end, which is quite a lot of time to invest. I'm like, I could be building.
Yeah, and of course, I suppose it depends, because I kind of want to still get a feel of what we want to do and what we want to be in the community and what sort of things we enjoy doing. So you kind of got to try all these different things out to see what kind of works for us.
That is very true. Yeah, it's and some people do some really good stuff, and it's like I sort of do my review videos as sort of an unboxing, and then I build it, and then I review it, and I'm sort of leaning on removing the build bit in the middle. But I'm trying to think. I want to do something a bit more sort of different to what anyone else is doing. I'm just trying to think what that is at the moment. So until I decide that, it will still be the same as it is currently.
No, it's good though. I think it's Lego Maniac who does animation builds.
He does do some animations, yeah, but he's a generally sort of I think I'm trying to remember actually. He does a lot of them as like time lapses.
Yeah, time lapse. Maybe that's the time lapse builds.
Yeah.
I think you see the head doing all the stuff or anything like that. It kind of forms in front of you.
Yeah, and then you've got the stop motion ones, which is like I do stop motion on the smaller sets where I like animate it into like the scene, and then it sort of builds up and things like that. That's like if you look at the cement mixer I built recently, that was stop motion.
Yeah, I saw that. That was quite a cool little one, because that was that the classic one that you did that was based on a new one?
No, the classic one was that was a 1986 one.
Oh, that's right. That's it. That's right, Kaz. You got it. You hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, it's Captain Mutant who does the animated stuff, and it's really good. So anyone out there should kind of check out his channel as well, because he does some really nice stuff that I know is kind of really time consuming, but it's really nice to watch at the same time as well.
Yeah, he's got something on Lego Ideas at the moment as well. It's second time he submitted the idea, so he's refined it each time, and he's sort of built a space station, a modular space station.
Nice. That's a great idea. I mean, space is really in at the moment. Lego ideas. I mean, every week there seems to be a Lego idea that's been added to the.
A few of us have been trying to figure out the formula for how you actually get successful on Lego ideas, and it really does seem that you need to get picked up by the right audience at the right time to actually make a dent. This is unfortunate, but
you think sort of breaking into the pop culture side kind of helps that? So
yeah, the Voltron. Are you going to get Voltron?
Do you know, I do want one, but he's about 170 pounds.
Yeah, he's
and
a beast.
But I do really fancy him. In fact, I'd really like to get 2 of them, so that there's 2. He transforms, so with all the tigers, and to have him built as the big robot as well, I think would be really good.
Yeah. Cool, you're going for bankrupt, aren't you?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I tell you what, I've never built one before, and I'd certainly never videoed one until the other day. But next week we're doing keeping with this sort of spacey theme, the Apollo 50 thing that's out there. So that's kind of us trying to tap into a little bit of pop culture, I suppose. We did the Creator 3-in-1 set, and that, for what I paid for it, I mean, I think I paid about £12.50 for it, and it's normally about a £30 set, and it's really, really good. I like the fact that you can take all the bricks that come with the set and build 3 separate things for it. And I guess some people may think that there is a primary build and then you have the other builds, and they're not maybe as good, but I thought the quality of it was really good. And
which 3-in-1 set was that?
The Creator Shuttle Explorer. I'll go and get it. That's here. Here's one I made earlier. That's a great minifig as well. So here we are. Let's bring this up a little bit. Come into view for everyone, and there we go. It's a pretty funky little set.
Oh yes, yeah, I remember that. They've got the shuttle transport set out at the moment as well, don't they?
Yeah, I like all the space stuff that they're doing as well. I think Kaz, you're really into the space stuff, and I like it. The figures. I suppose what's nice about it, because I love space stuff, and I do try to constrain myself with things, because otherwise, like you say, you just go bankrupt. But space, anything to do with London. So do stuff like the London bus. I bought that recently because I got that at a good price. Yeah, space, Star Wars, but the ones I really like as well, and this is kind of where me and Paul, this is our sweet spot for what we do, in terms of what we like brick-wise, is the Speed Champions. We really like the Speed Champion stuff.
Oh yeah, same here. I like that. Yeah.
And but the stickers that come with that are horrendous.
Have you had a folded sticker sheet yet?
No. So far, it's been really lucky with the stickers.
Yeah, I had one where it was folded and it had stuck to the instruction manual. Luckily, it hadn't stuck hard. I got it off. But I was a bit annoyed. And I don't know why they fold the manuals. Why?
My hair reminds him of Morrissey. I'll take that. I take that. There you go. There's a bit of Morrissey for you. Hopefully I'm not quite as depressed as Morrissey is.
You hope you're sane enough to stream this morning. Oh dear. What's going on in the chat other than the fact you don't like Morrissey?
Yeah.
Kaz is right there.
Held together by stickers. Is that legal brick? Is that legal Lego a technique? Is it?
That's a good question, actually. Yeah, the cement mixture I got recently had been put together with sellotape for some reason. I don't know why. There was nothing wrong with it, but I now own every cement mixer that Lego's ever made.
Have you done a video on all of them?
No, I'm going to. I got this. This one arrived this week. I got it at. It's funny. You see this one on. So I had the blue one. I did. This is like the one that came after that.
Yeah.
And then I got the yellow one as well, which I did recently too. And yeah, so that's all three of them. But it's funny. You like look at how they've evolved. This has got the same color scheme as the other one, but it doesn't tip up. But I paid $30 for this on eBay, which is the same price it was when it came out originally. So that's fine. $30 plus postage. People sell these for $200.
Seriously?
Yep.
Wow. I mean,
this is another good example. This one here goes for an insane amount of money on eBay. Like, I don't know why. There's another garbage truck as well, which I think is even more than that. So I'm keeping an eye out for that one because I want it. But
should do. Paul's got, like, going back to him collecting all these minifigs and stuff like that, all the Emperor Palpatines, and some of them, like some people, he should put a video together. So
yeah,
to be kind of more the face of London Bridge BriX, but he's kind of getting his kind of Lego thing together, and he does all the editing. So he's kind of he makes it all look really good with all his skills.
So the secret's out.
Yeah, no, we're a good team. We're a good team, and all I'll say, thank goodness for OneDrive. For
what one? Sorry.
OneDrive. So whenever I do my movies and film them and turn them and the really close angled ones as well, straight away I've kind of getting it up there onto OneDrive. And if we didn't have that, because I kind of live south of the River Thames, Paul lives north of the Thames, and though we work together roughly around sort of 3 days, 2 or 3 days a week, and like I say, at London Bridge, so we see each other a lot, but the files are absolutely humongous for creating, and the more in-depth sort of HD stuff that you do, it's just the files are humongous. So thank goodness for OneDrive.
Yeah. My little camera I use for my normal videos actually does 4K, but I tend to just leave it at 1080. I haven't bothered going above it, mostly because I don't think my computer would handle it. It would take me like 3 days to render every video.
Yeah.
Even I put out 3 or 4 videos a week, because my computer's a bit old, needs replacing. So I'm on my work laptop at the moment.
Paul's sort of kind of a bit of a gamer as well, so he's got the hardware to actually do all that, so which is quite lucky.
Oh yeah. I see the space I work in does a lot of there's a lot of companies that do like VR and stuff like that. So there's some like massive hardware around the office. See,
so do you work? You say you work startup-ish. You kind of in like a sort of a tech hub, and kind of born there, are you?
Yeah, it's a tech hub in Sydney. So we was a fairly recently launched one actually. So the government, the one we're in is actually supported by the government, but there's quite a few popping up in Sydney now. Given that there's some of the biggest tech companies / unicorns in the world at the moment actually did come out of Australia. So, which is funny because the startup ecosystem in Australia is rubbish.
Really, I would have thought it'd been the opposite to that. I would have thought it'd be really good because, I mean, Australia as a country, you know, it's new and shiny.
It's good because people have been trying very hard to make it good, but it's not good because the government's been supportive. The government still supports, like, you know, digging coal out of the ground and stuff like that. So
I'm surprised. I mean, especially if going for something like coal in this day and age. I mean, Australia got a lot of sun in Australia.
I have to question the morals around the decision, to be perfectly honest. Read into that what you will, but there's no reason you would support those unless you were encouraged to for some reason. my controversial comment. I'm going to stop right there, but that's my thoughts on it.
Politics is a funny old thing, and I think every country has their variety of it. And I think with the Brits, the Americans, Australians, we've got our how can I put it, celebrities out there in the
God, you knew the one who's going to be your new leader. I'm not going to say it, but oh my goodness, why?
Yeah, I mean, wow, we're in a bit of a pickle at the moment, and we'll get out of it in due course. But
that's one way to make sure that his court case, the investigation against him, goes out the window, isn't it?
That will get hushed up, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Time will tell. He's got a good friend in the form of Donald Trump, so he'll probably give him some tips.
The master.
Evil laugh.
You use a GoPro 7 and your iPhone 8 Plus. I need to get a GoPro. I saw a GoPro on special today, actually. So I'm just reading through the comments someone saying about using a GoPro. I really want to get a GoPro because then I can film my train stuff and things with it as well. I have the, I don't know if you've ever watched any of my city updates, but I have a whole raised area here. And what I'm actually planning to do is start building under the raised bit. So I'm going to have a subway station under there and things like that.
So you've got a kind of a multi-story city.
Yeah, because I love trains and trains take up a massive amount of space. I decided the best way to actually give myself train space was to actually build up high and then run the trains underneath and then build on top of the levels. So I've got sort of one level that's got like the train bridge, my cargo depot, the train station and stuff like that. And then I've got a raised area that's like where all my modulars are. And then another area, the Ninjago City, sort of the train runs through it, but that's going to again be built up so that the train effectively runs. So it's going to be sort of built up like a mountain around the train track. So, and then build up high. So again, another 1 million bricks I need to buy and find time to do.
So here's a question for you, Greg. Then, how do you know when you finished what you're doing? Is there?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I've never reached that point. I'm so far behind them. I've got all these ideas on what to build. I'm just behind on building at the moment. I quite often end up building sets rather than building actually sort of the ideas that are in my head. So I've got I've actually got the another Jurassic World set over there actually, which was the Lockwood Estate one. I don't know if you remember that one, but it was like the big sort of multi-story house that came with the big black dinosaur. And it was on I got it on half price clearance recently. And the reason I got it was because it had some absolutely brilliant coloured bricks in it, which I'm thinking is going to be perfect for my train station.
Yeah, definitely.
So I need to, I don't want to waste any sets. I'm going to sort of do a build on that one and do all the usual sort of video builds on it and then just tear it apart and probably sell the dinosaur. Because I have no interest in the dinosaur that's in the set, and then use the parts from it to build the. I like one of the dinosaurs that's in the set, and the minifigures are okay, but the rest of it will. Because the dinosaur, it's like one of those ones. I paid $100 for the set, and the dinosaur sells for like $30 at the moment on BrickLink. So why not?
Something we're going to be working on recently. I kind of, again, from a Facebook website. It was a set that I'd always wanted, and that's Jabba's Palace.
Oh yeah.
But it's only kind of like 80% there. So I got it for a good price and with some good figs. And that came about a week or so ago. I got that here, and it come in this. So I'm gonna kind of do something about just restoring it, and so I got it has a box, as they say, and that's full of about 85% Jabba's Palace, and we're going to be. I thought I'd do a video, something a little bit different, whereby we're just kind of restoring it to its sort of former glory.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice idea.
But I think that will be kind of as nearest to a build I've done in terms of the city. I could do a Tatooine city or something like that. But when it comes to your train sets and stuff like that, are you into diesel, steam?
I love it all. I mean, I want to get a steam train. I love it all. I mean, I've got the ones I've got at the moment are electric, and the cargo trains are diesel. I do want to get an Emerald Knight or build my own. I actually going to build my own steam train at some point. I've got I bought a second Hogwarts Express for the reason that I got all of the wheels. You know, the whole like rolling stock that goes underneath it. And it gave me a ton of the parts I needed to actually build out the Hogwarts Express as I wanted to. So, because I wanted a second carriage, I wanted more detail, I wanted to make the train itself bigger and things like that. So, I got a second one for that reason.
Yeah, I think the train sets are really cool. Your site, one of the first things that I kind of gravitated me towards watching your channel was the stuff.
The trains, yeah, they're definitely my biggest watched videos still. I did one where I converted my yellow train to have Jacob's bogies, which, if you don't know what that is, it's like if you look at high-speed trains, the carriages are joined together. They share a bogie. They don't have a bogie each. They have one bogie between carriages.
Okay.
And I converted the train. I'd like when I saw the train originally, I wanted to do it straight away, and it's something that the Horizon Express actually does as well. And I converted my train sort of using my own design to do it, and that's coming up to 10,000 views now. It's not bad.
That's really good.
That's still one of my most popular videos. My Hogwarts Express motorization ones are catching up though. They've suddenly picked up traffic again this week for some reason. Don't know why. I haven't done anything. I changed one.
Maybe there's a new train set coming out from Lego.
Yeah, well, there was a rumor there was going to be one, but there's the hidden side one coming out, but it wouldn't be that one. And decide if I'm going to get that one or not. But I did get the 7938 train not that long ago, which was a discontinued train. That's another one that goes for like $300, $400 on eBay. And I managed to find someone who put it on Marketplace for $150 with a ton of extra track as well. So
Marketplace is really good.
You got to be so quick though. I mean, I think for me, I think she actually put it up there. They'd labeled it slightly wrongly, which is why people weren't finding it. And I did a specific search and found it.
Yeah, I used to do the same stuff for BrickHeads. Like people would spell BrickHeads with an S and not a Z, and things like that.
Oh, that's a good tip. Yeah. Actually, have you seen the Statue of Liberty BrickHead?
Yeah, I quite liked it. I think it was due to come out. It was kind of the 4th, wasn't it? Independence Day came out around that time.
It came out earlier than that here in Australia.
Okay.
Don't tell the Americans. Yeah, it came out earlier here in Australia for some reason. So
I like
it, but
I was always a fan of BrickHeads, and like I say, it was kind of a combination of Paul, my partner, and Kaz that kind of got me into it. But I've collected BrickHeads, and but I sold off quite a lot of the ones I had made, just to really use the cash to buy other stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got. Let's grab it. I might have to move my camera around because all my Lego is kind of around here. Let's have a look. Let's grab a good. Those ones that came out. Let's grab a.
Yeah, Kaz, you're such a bad influence. Jeez.
I've got these ones here. You've got the Joker there. He was one of the first ones that came out. So he's a classic one. Love that. And got the that was I think that's the 2nd or 3rd Batman that came out.
Oh yeah.
They've got some great parts on them though. Love the Superman.
Just catching up on the stream here. So it's hard to read the comments and talk because we're talking so much and not actually looking at the comments.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know how you guys. I mean, most of you that are out there, certainly in the comment section, they're all sort of pros at doing this. But how you build, talk to each other, look at bits, look at whatever you're trying to do. Look at the comments is unbelievable. So, oh well.
Yeah, 2 or 3 people involved. Like Butt Chop's really good at. I just really, Vicky. Yeah, you're glad my video helped you, Vicky. That's good to know. Yeah, Butt Chop's really good. Butt Chop gets involved in a couple of videos, and he basically, I call him like MC Butt Chop when he does them, because he's basically just there reading the stream. He's not actually building at the time. He's just there talking, letting everybody know what people are saying. He does an outstanding job of it, and you see quite a few people have like 2 or 3 people in the stream, and one of them will be doing the emceeing. We'll be paying attention to the comments more than the others.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
It's easier when sort of one person's talking, and then someone else can check the comments and let you know if there's something come up while you've been talking. I think I've almost finished. I think this is the last bit. It didn't take as long as I thought. It's a pretty beefy trailer. Look at that.
It's huge, isn't it?
It's going to like dominate my city. That's not happening. It's got some great pieces though. I love these panels on the side. The sort of corrugated panel design they've done.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. Palace is well, the numbers aren't proven as good as they said they would in the contract. So
there we go. Oh, okay, so somehow the dinosaur fits in this. This thing goes on there. It's like this command center thing that's there we go. Oh, that is a big old truck.
Yeah, but Brick After Brick Toy says, laugh out loud, having a guest helps. It definitely,
yeah,
it definitely would. That's
I do my own stream on a sort of Saturday night usually, and it's quite hard to sort of talk and build on your own. So I'm guessing there's a trick to making this T-Rex actually stay in here without falling forward.
That's a fair 30 centimeters long, isn't it?
Yeah, you would not want to be the driver in that cab. I'm gonna eat you. I've got the Jurassic Park set there as well. I love the Jurassic Park control center.
Yeah,
I saw that one. That was a great little set. Really, really good. I am planning when I build my. That's actually a lot bigger than I expected. I have to say, it's a funny thing, but bigger than I like it a lot more than the tracker vehicle they did for the Jurassic World movie. That was really weird because all they did was basically recycle. Excuse me, my cough again. All I did was recycle the one from the previous dinosaur theme they'd done, which is pretty lame, I thought. It didn't really fit with the movie at all. There's so many things they could have done, but they felt they had to have another vehicle. Lots of vehicles they did. They should have done a scene.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as Jurassic World scene as you are, but do you find that they recycle a lot of sets a lot of the time?
Not so much. Not lately. There's a few they do. Like there's the new Elsa Palace that's coming out this year. From Frozen is apparently a recycle of an old set, just with a different number. So,
in the Star Wars world, they're coming out of another Luke's speeder.
Yes.
Oh, really? Another speeder. Another Luke speeder. I suppose that one's a bit of a money cow for them.
Well, yeah. I also wonder if they have to pay a license fee for each vehicle they design as well.
Maybe they do. Yeah, maybe they're just kind of forced to do it. 'Cause I don't know what the way the license agreement works or anything like that. But
Who's on after me? Oh, Brick Pasta's on next. Oh, that would make sense. They usually do their stream on the straight after me.
oh, that's going to be cool. How did you even get involved in doing this massive 72-hour stream, Greg? I mean, mine was...
Butchup asked me.
Oh, right.
I can't remember. I always chip in on their streams, and we just sort of got along well, sort of talking in comments. And then, I went on one of their streams. I've been on a couple of their streams, and just invited me. So, thanks, Butchup.
What I want to know as well is Butchup. How did you come by the name Butchup?
And in 2021, does he have to change it?
Yeah, it's how many people we got in the chat now? Was that 5?
There's apparently 27 people watching at the moment. So
it's very cool.
So Kaz invited herself. We did the
go girl.
Yeah, we did the BrickTubers thing as a way for a few of us to work together who had sort of similar interests and things like that. So we're supposed to do a few more live streams. The biggest problem we're having is that we don't have enough people in each region, so it's quite hard to having trouble coordinating everyone at times.
Yeah, well, I'll always look out for your stuff, your hand, and I mean, what are you? 12? You're 12 hours ahead of us. So was it nearly 1 o'clock in the morning out there, Greg?
No, it's 9 o'clock at night, or almost 10 o'clock.
Oh, right, okay.
We're the other way at the moment. We're closer together.
Ah, that's definitely works out well.
In your winter, my summer, it's 11 hours, and then now it's 9 hours, I think. So
small world.
I actually got stung by the time zone change because I usually stream at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. My time is my usual one. I sort of build for 2 hours, and when the time zone change, I haven't had as many people for some reason. So,
all right. When you decide yourself when you do want to stream, is there any sort of etiquette that you do for streaming? Do you like put the feeders out to make sure there's nobody else around that you kind of know that's streaming at the same time? Do you do anything like that?
No, I don't. I haven't actually had a conflict with anyone yet. I do overlap with Brick Pasta and Butchup sometimes. That's actually one that, in the time zone change, we've overlapped. But before then, it used to be I did mine and then they did theirs. So that's been it's a bit of a shame. But I haven't changed my time and they haven't changed their time. The time zones have changed the times, which is unfortunate. So quite enjoy. I enjoy watching their stuff. They're quite funny characters to listen to.
They are. Sometimes it's just nice to have it on in the background.
Yeah, well, Kaz has said to me quite often she's building while I'm doing live streams, because I sometimes do random live streams during the week. If I'm just building a set and I want to talk, I like load it up and see who's around and sort of end up having a chat. So I've got 2 of the Marvel bridges, and I did the second one of those as a live stream. Ended up being quite a lot of people in it, actually. It was funny because it's on a Wednesday night, I seem to recall.
Yeah.
Some people would have been at work watching my video.
That's wild. Does like the big boys of the community, like your GJBricks, do they ever get involved in anything like this?
I've never seen him do anything like this. He's very sort of does his own thing. He did that interview for for who was it? Yeah, that one, Beyond the Brick, recently. But that was like the only time I've ever seen him really go outside of his channel.
Yeah, I think I saw something earlier on today, funny enough. I think they've kind of revisited Jang's studio just to kind of get an update on things out there.
Yeah, he's been changing stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose if you're in a chat room with him, I mean, it would be...
Yeah. See you midnight at BriX. Yeah, he's...
Today, Brick Pat, thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, he does his own thing. It's a funny one. He's very much a sort of a loner in that respect, if you will. But now he's just made like 2 more channels, hasn't he? So
he's kind of diversifying a little bit, I suppose.
You know, like he made 2 new channels, and within like 24 hours of doing it, he had within like 12 hours of doing it, he had more subs than me.
Yeah, do you know what? That sort of thing can be a little bit disheartening. I mean, I suppose it boils down to what it is you want to get out of doing what you do. But when you get, I can bring out a video quite quickly of a new set for myself, but then someone else who's got like a following of say 150,000 or something like that do exactly the same thing, and sometimes they might not even do it as well or whatever. Then within sort of 10 minutes of them posting it live, they've kind of outnumbered us, like 1,000.
Yeah,
which isn't hard.
I got my rocket launch video up before him. Well, I'm always pleased when I get a video out before him, but because he goes and buys like every single set that's come out. So I mean, he's obviously got to prioritize what he builds and when he builds it. But yeah, his one instantly got more videos than mine. But ironically, you know, counter to that though, because my videos like similar content, probably got some similar tags. My videos actually had recommendations in his video now. So,
all right, well, that's
mine's actually done properly. Actually, on BriX set, my video comes before his as well, which always makes me feel good. If you go on BriX set and look at the reviews, mine's ahead of his on a few of them now. So,
you know, I know you do reviews and stuff like that, and BriX set is kind of like my go-to place every day. It feels like. But,
yeah, I love doing reviews. I need to do them properly, and that's why I haven't been doing as many recently, because I want to sit there and actually figure it out properly. So, I mean, the next one I'm going to do is probably this one, keeping up my dinosaur theme, but the Triceratops is going to be my next one to do. So, I really like that set. I think it's a good one.
How much was that?
I got it for 20% off.
Is that definitely a thing with you? 20% is kind of your
normal. Like mostly like Kmart and Target sell it for, or Kmart definitely sells it for that price. And then if I can time it right. What's going on in the stream? Yeah, someone said GJBricks is an icon. He is, and he was one of the sort of inspirations for me starting my channel, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm a big. I still watch his videos. I'm a big fan of his. I think he presents really well, really solid. He's very honest and down to earth, and can see why he's got a good following. And you know, I'd like to think I'm as sort of down to earth as him, but I don't know if he actually. My feeling with him is I don't know his background, but for some reason I have a feeling that he was someone that actually worked in a sort of former .com company that's done well. Partly why he's been like can dedicate so much time to it, because the amount of stuff he does, he couldn't have a full-time job and do that. There's no way on earth it'd be possible.
Oh, no, I don't think he needs to. With the amount of followers he has and stuff like that, that's definitely his full-time thing. I mean, without doubt. But yeah, no, he's a good guy. I really like what he does, and to a certain degree, I suppose that is the bar of excellence, I suppose, in the wibbly wobbly world of Lego.
Yeah, there's a few people said now. So bye, Vicky. Yes, you need to do a stream for us. I'll try and be involved if I can.
Thank you, Vicky.
Let's get on the email and sort that one out. Who else have we got? We've got. I saw someone else leaving. Bunch of BriX subscribed to me. Thank you very much, mate. Flash Pants has got to go. Glad you were here, and thanks for joining us. We've got to start wrapping up now because Brick Pasta's taken over in 5 minutes. So this stream should actually automatically end in 5 minutes. So we'll start wrapping up for it.
Well, so apologies for not finishing Buckingham Palace.
That's don't worry, it's no stress. You're going to do another live stream.
It's never looked as bad.
Like I said, it's bigger than I thought, actually.
The plate on it is actually sort of not too dissimilar size-wise to the Apollo lunar lander.
I was going to say that it looks about that size, because that's not like a standard base plate size either. It's like, isn't it like 24 by 24 or something?
It's a big old lump. It really is. But no, you know, Greg, just so I can get it out there, you know, thanks so much for inviting me on. This is a really nice surprise, and
It's nice to build. You're always welcome to come and join me on my stream. I'm not precious about it. It's always nice to have other people in there rather than just me waffling.
Yeah, no, it's been a really good experience. You know, thank you to anyone for everyone who's tuned in as well. Galagad, it's crazy the amount of streams you actually tune into. It's crazy.
I reckon she must have like a clone army, and that's how she does it.
I reckon, yeah.
Or maybe she's a cyborg, and like, I'm kidding, but
yeah, no, I definitely really enjoying being a part of the community, and this is a voyage. So in the
community, you see the chat going on between everybody here, and how they all get on and support each other, and you go and like watch their videos and see what people say. It's really quite amazing. So. Definitely good, definitely enjoyable.
Yeah, are you going to be tuning in for the other things, the other streams?
To be perfectly honest, I actually can't, because it's my daughter's birthday party tomorrow, and I've got to finish tidying the house still. So still got quite a few things to do. I haven't had dinner yet either, actually, which is probably not good.
Yeah, I'm starving as well. It's like it's coming up to lunchtime here, and I've not had brekkie yet. So
yeah, we're at 10 o'clock at night, and I haven't had dinner, so it's never clever. End up being a bowl of cereal again.
Yeah, so always the quick thing. But no, it's been a great experience. And
oh, there we go. Yeah, according to JC, he was involved in some web space stuff. And he had an RC channel as well, which is fun. And he does mega blocks sometimes too, which I find strange.
Yeah, he's into toys in general. I think he does some kind of quite a varied amount of things at first. Lego's definitely the thing for him that sort of gained traction.
Brick Pasta's asking who's on next. I mean, according to the schedule I got from Butt Shop, it's you. So everybody go over to Brick Pasta in about a minute's time, because he'll be starting his stream up. So we never actually agreed an official etiquette for getting people across to the next channel, but it's Brick Pasta. Yeah. I assume Butt Shop will be involved in that as usual. And I will pop in and say hi, obviously. So, but we should try to rush him out there, really. So everybody who has been here, it's been fun chatting and waffling. It's good to have Greg, my cohort Greg over in the UK, English Greg with English Greg. What are the chances? And hopefully we'll have to do another stream next week perhaps, and get Paul involved if he's around.
Yeah, Saturday morning's always a bit rough for him. Saturday evening's always better, but I reckon that'll be
the kids or something.
Yeah, he's got a few kids. So he's got his priorities there, but
yeah, that's why I don't stream during the day. That being said, my kids do come on my videos now, so my daughter loves it.
Weeks ago on one, she was having a bad night's sleep.
Yeah. No, and Joss, my eldest, loves doing videos with me. She's quite the show guy. Go and watch one of my Greg and Joss builds, because she goes, "Hi guys, welcome to GJBricks. I'm Joss, and this is my dad, Greg." It's so cute. So, anyway, all right, I'm going to wrap it up there because it's 10 o'clock. So head on over to Brick Pasta, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Greg, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you, Greg.
We must do this again soon.
Cheers. Take care.
Bye.